Hello, this is the video for the Civil 3D Import-Export Surface Analysis app available on the Autodesk App Store. This app allows for exporting a surface analysis to an external text file and then importing that text file and applying the analysis to another surface. With that, we're going to jump into Civil 3D. So here you can see I have two drawings open that are the same surface, just for demonstration purposes. This surface here already has a slope analysis applied to it. This surface here does not have any analysis applied to it currently. So I want to take this analysis and apply it to the other surface. So when I take a look at this surface and get into the slope analysis, you can see we have the analysis there. So from there, I'm going to get into the app. Now the app has a number of commands in here. It supports 5 different analysis types. It supports the contour, directional, elevation, slope, and slope arrow analysis types for importing and exporting. So we're going to go ahead and run the export slope analysis. So now I'll pick my surface and I'm going to save that analysis file to a location. It does save it as an ANL file, but it is just a text file. I'm going to run this one more time so that I can open up that file and show you what it looks like. So here you can see it's storing the minimum slope, the maximum slope, and the color assigned to it. Each line in here is a range, so if you wanted to modify this text file and enter in ranges down here, every line it's going to be a range. As long as it's meets the criteria that's needed, you can come in and apply 50 different ranges if you wanted easily for import. This file can also be used as a standard for various analysis. If you do slope analysis all the time and need a standard colored pattern and standard slopes that you are looking for, you could set this up and just run an import and apply it to that surface. So now with that, I'm going to jump over to the other drawing, and we want to apply that analysis to this surface. Now this drawing already has a number of styles in it, so there is a style for slope banding already set up in here. And you'll see later in this video that my app also automates the process of finding the appropriate style to apply for the slope banding. It also allows for modifying a style to set it up for viewing purposes. So we're going to go ahead and import that slope analysis. We're going to select the surface, select the file, and go ahead and open it. So now it's telling you that the surface analysis is applied. However, the current surface style, which is existing contours, is not set for viewing slope analysis. Would you like the surface analysis changed to that style to allow for the viewing? So we're going to go ahead and hit yes, and it's iterating through the drawing to find a style that uses slope analysis. And you can see it did find the corresponding style using the slope banding. So kind of a nice feature, then you don't have to worry about switching that style as well and wonder why it isn't showing up. So that's the import. Well, let's bounce into the surface analysis, and we'll jump to the slopes. So you can see that it did assign the slopes accordingly and the colors accordingly as well. Let's go back into this drawing. I'm going to switch this style over to background contours, and I'm going to make a copy of this background contours surface, and I'm going to call it contour analysis for right now for demonstration. So we'll go to display. We have our contours. Let's turn off the border. And then one thing with contour analysis, to get the contours to display per your color selection, you have to come into the contour ranges here and tell it to use the color scheme. So my app will automate this setting, as you'll see here in a second. So let's go ahead and set up a surface analysis for this. And I'm going to set up a few different ranges here. So we can come in and say we want to see 108 to 150, 150 to 200, 200 to, let's put this at 205, 200, let's put this at 205. And then here, there is a minor glitch in this portion of the app, which happens to be actually in the API, in the .NET API. It will set one of these major and minor properties for the contour, but one of them will not set. And I've got to send that information into Autodesk to get fixed, but right now it's not available. So hopefully that will get adjusted for this to work. So I've basically just set up a contour analysis with some different colors in here. Go ahead and say OK. So now we can see elevation ranges with the contour analysis. Now I want to export this and apply it to the other drawing. So we're going to go export contour analysis, select our surface, export contours, and say OK. And then we'll come over to this drawing, and I'm just going to set this back to the existing. And now, just to point out one more time, in this drawing there is no style in here that's set up for viewing contour analysis. And there is not a style in here, just from knowing the drawing, that has the contour ranges to show the color pattern. So we're going to go ahead and hit Import Contour Analysis, pick our surface, Contour Analysis, open. So it's applied it, and now it's telling us again that this current style is not set up for viewing. Would you like to find one that has it? So it's going to search the drawing for styles that are set up for viewing contour analysis. Say yes. And it's telling us that there is not a style that has that functionality right now. Would you like to modify the current surface style for that? So if we hit yes, it will turn on the correct options to set this up. So we're going to go ahead and hit yes. And you can see it has applied the color pattern, but you can also see that the major contours haven't changed, and that is the glitch that I'm waiting to get worked out. But for the most part, it does work for the contour analysis. So when we get into surface properties here and take a look at the contour analysis, you can see that everything was set as we had set it, and just the major contours didn't get changed. So for now, you'll still have to come in and adjust the major contours accordingly, because it does just default them to black continuous. So if you make any other changes, it won't make that adjustment, unfortunately. And but that's basically the app in a nutshell. All the other surface analysis work in a similar fashion. There are some other options for each one. The way it stores the data is different for each one, as each analysis is done differently. But there are 5 different options in here for dealing with. So hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate you watching the video. Thanks.